All right, so I'm going to put together a build of Krieg using the mania tree. And this tree is a very high risk, high reward style of play where Krieg loves to take damage in this tree. Many of his skills in this tree get powered up if his shields are down. So he's a big melee guy in this tree, so we're going to pile some points into Empty the Rage, which increases my melee damage, and increases it even further if my shield is down or my magazine is empty. Feel the Rampage is a key skill in this kind of build where I'm going to try to use my action skill as much as possible. This skill shortens my cooldown when I take damage, and the more points I have in it, the faster I recharge. So he loves taking damage in this tree, but he plays a ragged edge from dying in order to get that power. Let's see. The next one that I want to take is Light the Fuse, so that when I do go down, I get to have a completely different type of experience where I get to run around at full speed with dynamite and try to blow up enemies and can blow myself up in order to achieve that. Let's see. Next we want Embrace the Pain. This is good for this. This increases my fire rate while my shields are down. Let's get a little bit extra health with Feed the Meat. And this one actually makes my shields worse. It keeps my shields down longer with the shield by increasing the shield recharge delay, so that his other skills can be more efficient. Salt the Wound gives us some more melee damage. That's good. It also makes our shotguns better because this tree is really about being right in the face of the enemies. So our melee and our shotguns are better. Now this one here is really interesting for this build. This one is called Silence the Voices. Melee damage is significantly increased, but there's a chance that I'm going to smash myself in the face when I do it. But the pro outweighs the con, so I'm going to pile in here. At least in my opinion it does. See, now we're at plus 250% melee damage and a 12% chance of smashing myself. And then of course we need our capstone, the Release the Beast. This one allows me to become the psycho mutant that players have seen and fought many times, and you actually get to see yourself transform and everything. We'll see that in a minute. And again, melee increase, get some damage reduction, and most importantly, once I am done with this supercharged version of my action skill, the action skill is immediately recharged and I can do it again. So that is my build for the all-out action skill build on the Mania tree. I only spent the 31. I mean, so we're going to show some combat here in Lynchwood, which is a good place to show off Krieg because there's plenty of bandits and skags to go around.
Sheriff is offering $500 for every slap scalp. Last King's not too happy about what you did. Your eyes open.
So here is the Buzz Axe Rampage. And with this build, I'm basically able to one-hit most of your low-level kinds of enemies. Badasses are a little more difficult, and of course bosses more than that. But if it's your chump-style enemy, is what we call them, we are getting significant damage here. Of course, we're also a little bit over-leveled compared to the enemies here, so that is factoring in as well. So here we are releasing the beast. And I've got my gimpy little left arm over there. Can still hurl my axe. One thing that's really cool about the axe hurl, which you aren't seeing because he's blowing them away so easily, is it causes the enemies to stagger when they're hit with the axe, which gives you enough time to close that distance and get in there for the kill.
It's rampage time. Time's up.
All right, now this is like the fuse, which is very different than your normal fight for your life, and I need to get enough damage onto them that I can then blow up myself. If I get that kill, I get my second wind, and I'm right back in the action. Our health got very low again, so release the beast. Oh, silence the voices, got us there.
Get out of my head!
And again. Now that's the pro and con coming into play right there. We got unlucky, and got smashed ourselves twice in the face, and so that got us into downstate relatively quickly. And I was too far away that time for that explosion to get that bandit, so killed myself. So as you can see, when you really get rolling with this particular build, the weapons, your normal guns and everything are there, and they're available, but you end up being much more effective by just action skill. Now our shields are down. They're taking a long time to recharge because we spent some points there. And that's good for Krieg. Again, that's good for Krieg because Fuel the Rampage gets him to his action skill faster when he takes damage. And it recharges it even faster if you're taking damage to your health instead of your shield. So that is not a problem that our shield stays down longer. And we're recharged again already. And we're also ready to release the beast in the next. That one worked, right? Yep, and now this is recharged again and back into the action skill.
I'll take you all with me!
When you're really on a roll with this particular mania build, you're in your action skill, or you're doing like the fuse almost all the time, and it's okay. You don't mind it. You don't mind going into like the fuse. You're just as effective, and you just are running as fast as you can, as hard as you can, getting in everyone's face, and just staying in the action at all times. And you can blow yourself up whenever you want by holding the X button. So in normal fight for your life, holding the X button will respawn you. In like the fuse, it will detonate that bundle early, so you can do it whenever you want. If the timer runs out, it'll go off by itself. And we're just damaging ourselves just to recharge our action skill a little faster. Went a little too far on that one now.
What did I tell you?
Krieg is the first character class where we've had a focus tester say, I'm looking for a bladed rocket launcher. It is something that most of the other classes never thought twice about, but Krieg loves his explosives and he loves his melee, so the bladed rocket launcher is an enticing choice. All right, so that's a look at the Mania tree for Krieg the Psycho, who will be available on May 14th for Xbox, PlayStation 3, and the PC for the low, low price of $10.